Oh, yes, yes.
My respectful obeisances to you, His Holiness. I want to ask a simple doubt. In your yesterday's talk, you said that Jainism and Buddhism, they emphasize on vegetarianism, but we see that Jain monks follow this principle of vegetarianism, but many Buddhist monks, they eat non-vegetarian food also, and whenever asked, they reply that we are not directly killing the animal, therefore we are not the part of the sin, but whatever comes to us while begging, we take that. But this is not logical, and instead I feel that there should be education about not killing the animals. What is your opinion on this?
Yes. No. Please explain.
The Nangju, the Jainism, the Nangju, in the Duksuduriung, you got non-violence practice, Shukchimbolabgiores.
Nangju Dakasa.
Nangju, the Jainism.
Jenzo.
In the Jainism, the Karjong Chang Tingiores. And Nangbegi, the Gundibatuzola, Duksu Tibikabla, and then to council the Simjin Sochi Yomares, and the Soso Chiktakari. That deep lung sig your Tuxelabje, Takaji Hasang in the dose. The Jumze Yanta was Kate Hongumadus, and a Koyan Tablam Jigton, bed the Pantone Yakumarbes.
Yes, I agree. Therefore, as I mentioned yesterday, we totally committed promotion of vegetarianism at most of our bigger monastic institutions. Now they are common sort of kitchen. Now stop completely serving non-vegetarian food. So we fully committed like that. So I appreciate your suggestions, your views. Very good. Thank you. Now I think the last question.
Yes,
I have
Holiness,
to go.
Many religions believe in the theory of incarnation. So, as you mentioned, there are 7 billion souls in the name of population in the 21st century. Then in the past centuries, there were less population. So, where were these souls before?
I think if you believe Creator, then ask Creator.
No, but I want opinion from you because you are the 14th Dalai Lama. So, please, everybody is asking.
You see, I think basically, you see, the old major religious tradition, you see, deal with 3 sort of questions. What is self? First question. Second, whether there is self beginning or not. Third question, whether that self have end or not. 3 questions. So to first question, these 3 questions raised at Amritsar, one international sort of interfaith sort of meeting. One Sufi professor, you see, mentioned that. It's really wonderful. So all major religious tradition, you see, deal these 3 questions. Now, number 1, what is self? Except Buddhism, all tradition except soul. Buddhism is, as already we discussed yesterday also, you see, we accept self there, but self, not independent, separate sort of soul, separate self, beside body and mind. So this is the answer the first question. Then whether there's beginning or not, according to theistic religion, when Creator creates us, that's the beginning. According to Christianity, this very life is the beginning of soul. This very life created by God. So that concept also very, very powerful. So this very life, you see, created by God. So that means your God is truly your Father. So very intimacy sort of feeling with God. More intimacy feeling, more willingness to follow God's way is love. Very powerful. Then non-theistic religion, no creator. So the Jainism and also Sankhyaism. Actually, I think 2 years ago, I met one great the Hindu the sadhus, really very, very knowledgeable. Unfortunately, many spiritual leaders, they are expert, they carry their pujas or these things, but real philosophical knowledge, if may I say so. So, perhaps now, maybe you see a little bit sort of show off, but as a sort of the student of a Nalanda tradition, and when we discuss, then difficult to develop admiration. Clear. So we study years rigorously, and variety of, as already you see, you heard, you see the way we study. So that great sort of spiritual leader, really wonderful. Hindu follower worship Shivaji. I also received some sort of also the ritual. Very good. So he knows different philosophical views, including Nagarjuna's view, Nagarjuna's philosophy. So I had sort of lengthy discussion with him. Then I learned, previously I'm not very sure, not very clear, according Sankhya philosophy. Then it becomes clear according Sankhya philosophy, and also I think Jainism and Buddhism, these three, since no concept of creator, so our being beginningless. And also according Sankhya philosophy, when we reach nirvana, Atma alone remain there because of the all phenomena, because of the dissolved in the because of the chizo,
in the primal factor, they call it primal factor.
Dissolved that, and then self, Atma alone remain. That's a permanent sort of salvation. Right? That's moksha. So no end. So similarly, Buddhism also, you see, no beginning, no end. So according to theistic religion, there is beginning. Non-theistic religion, no beginning, no end. So then world, now even you see this scientifically, when you see the more powerful sort of kasa,
Telescope.
a telescope, you see, no limit of galaxies, limitless galaxies. So it is impossible to say only this Milky Way galaxy, we human being there. Other limitless of galaxies, no sentient being, no human being. How can we say? So limitless. The Buddhism, Buddha stated limitless world. So we just like tourists, we fed up in some galaxies, then somehow we come here. Then a lot of trouble here, fed up, go another galaxies.
And we have return tickets.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, His
Oh.
Holiness.
Yes. Now remaining questions, I think, no, not now. No. I think tomorrow. Tomorrow. Okay. So now, in order to achieve good life, mainly human life, right? Human being. Now, 10 kasada sinful action, like that. So it mentioned. Tadinda, Kanshi Lunga Yile, Tamja Lekor Yon Dangde, Dada Dala Pension, Dada Shanla Pension, Dado Shiva de Kavas. That Migi Judy saw Mijuba, Jiksha, Majilian Bon, Nietzsche, the Migijubung student, Migijubung student, Shenji Suma Bon, Loin Bon, Jiksha. Then the logs at the Junshe, Jun Chama, Siktu Mandeva, Sading Nakeche, Jenny Lungagi, Migu, Dunche. Then a child, nursing Mababa, Niki Tawa Yombon was, then a Kazuri, the Naxim nursing locked up, Sumbuti, a pond Jenny, that Migichu Bondi, any Carbulam Chu race.
फिर इसके बाद
On verse number 7 of the Ratnavali, it says, having analyzed well all deeds of body, speech and mind, those who realize what benefits self and others, and always perform these are wise. And it says, not killing, not stealing, forsaking the mates of others, refraining completely from false, divisive, harsh and senseless speech, thoroughly forsaking covetousness, harmful intent, and the views of nihilists. These are the 10 gleaming paths of action. The opposite are dark. And so the not committing killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, lying, telling lie, not committing telling lie, divisive talk, harsh language, 7 called idle gossip, which comprise 7 body and speech non-virtuous action, virtuous actions, and then the 3 of mind make up 10. So 10 virtuous actions.
Losolia. Any Guyoda Kasa Kareni Gulunguyo Chino Dinegi, Dakanda Losu Malava, Dinegita, Soa Sawa. Then any number Mitsuwa Sayadi Chigta So Shibarai member Yanchi Milia Chig Kasu Pige Chig Tungdi Don Soro Chig Chabachen Chig. Now Taya sort of didn't dig that Michiba. Number Misoa. Then Ku Jindans Jimbe Nigula, a Kuba the Jenny. Any a Jimbasheva. I don't know you Jimba Sadi, Chick member Jilama, Chick Tas, Chick Tundrush Chick Davis or Chick, didn't remember. The Kush of the Chet. Rida Chenny any Shana Pugata Chimbaton. Ku Jindans. Chöbas, Chick Susu Pamada, Yandajanda, Rangle, any Gamba, Jimone Chick Yeru, Chabasango Yeda, Chitazutala, any pig, Kushapcha, Chöbata. Tene Chambas, Ladu Gulia, Rana never singing Simjani Yini, the Dawada Dendu Chamba, Sechidu, Nyabakoma, Risma Chavas Chambakoba. 되게 안 돼. 닝지 초롬에 닝지 시아나시 초롬에 참배심 데스 너나 쳔이 되는 다 추주주스 뭐래 뭔도 주야게 다 미기 주본 거 추진 거 전에 뭔도 루진 주야지 다 되네 안데디 가서 저기 창암 동호도 다 창암 동호데 배시 파유 영향이 다 창기 라스는 밤에 차도록 봐. 자, 되네 인도산에 창암 동호데 그 냠니 신다들이 영향이 튠징소를 차지하래. 다전에 로스 밀레바다 지금 차와 미집으로 서버 이디기 남민기 류대 남민기 연대 개선하러 된다겠다. 제가 수상화도 dob치와도 세정화도 남에바로 서버 된다기 남미 연대 개상지기 류대 상부 토토야. 어디 디주디디 어디 디송래. 추주주 송이 말에. 这个人说，肉都熊移民给这要嘛的，但讲到三界别确情，什么老的，假设要么个去呢，两人去坏的。
Then next verse says avoiding liquor, seeking proper livelihood, not inflicting harm, giving respectfully, and which means practicing generosity, revering the wealthy ones, and then being loving are in brief practices of Dharma. And so here what is mentioned is on the one hand seeking proper livelihood means not indulging in wrong living, which has to do on the one hand with motivation, and on the other hand obtaining things, materials or things that is unfit to obtain, and so forth. And so and then in terms of the liquor, avoiding liquor, of course avoiding liquor is a prerequisite. It's like a preliminary practice to avoid, to refrain from other misdeeds, because once you take liquor and you get drunk, then the rest of the wrongdoings can ensue. So in order to avoid that, and you can avoid this by avoiding liquor, you can avoid the rest of the misdeeds. And therefore here these 6 virtuous contacts are mentioned. On top of this, plus 10 virtuous actions, means 16 different factors for good livelihood, the good life in the next life as well. And so in other words, what you are creating by engaging in these 16 virtuous actions is you're creating a condition for yourself to have the perfect sort of human rebirth or higher rebirth in the next life, which is qualified by 8 ripening qualities, such as having good figure and having long life and having all the necessities in life and being free from obstacles and to obtain those conditions and so forth. And so because of that, these 16 practices are mentioned for higher rebirth.
का अगर पालन करेंगे, अभ्यास करेंगे, तो हमको पुनः उच्च यौन में जन्म मिलेगा.
ताजने मिगी चुचा भाई ना, अने दी देवु न्याबा युंगरेस ताजी 세바인의 치동조 넘버 7 나바마 고인의 롱조퐁 셔서드는마 미기주 데부디디 소모레 자장가 남민이 데불이야 삼단에 진루지게다 교대 아니 dom거야 빵거야 들.
तो इसलिए
And then the next verses mention the 10 results. What would be the consequences of indulging in the 10 non-virtuous actions? It says, from merely mortifying one's body, Dharma arises not, as it neither ends our malice for others, nor has any benefit for them, being disrespectful to the wide path of Dharma and so forth. And so this mention the results of non-virtuous actions. And therefore we should avoid engaging in indulging in them.
तो जो ग्रंथ है उसको पढ़ रहे हैं, जो नागार्जुन का इस किताब में दिया गया है, आप लोग उसको भी देखते जाइए. अभी श्लोक नंबर 14 पर पहुंचे हुए हैं.
ताने 참자라 데부테니